Peace, fam. How are you? Pardon me, I got all kind of crazy stuff going on here. Hope all is well. Um, so I got home. I tried to do this a little early tonight because I have some things to do in the morning. Okay. So remember I had two things I wanted to talk about, right? Tonight. So we're going to get into it, right? First subject is Beto, right? Beto, whatever his name is, right? O'Rourke, whatever. You tried it, right? You tried it, and you thought nobody was watching and paying attention to what you were saying and what you were doing, right? Um, but ADOS see and hear you. So let me explain this as simple as I can. When you speak, you have to know your audience, right? So the weekend, he announced that he was going to become, running for president. So what he did, he was in El Paso, Texas, right? Like the motherland of Latins in Texas, right? I'll tell you, because I drove to and from California by myself. So when you get to El Paso, right, there's like this big toll booth on both sides. And actually, there are checkpoints to make sure that immigrants have not jumped across the border and jumped in your car, kidnapped you, and tried to get into the United States. You're not bringing anything illegal or things of that nature. So, El Paso is a very, very stronghold for illegal immigrants, okay? Especially Mexicans, right? So, he had this meeting this weekend, right? And um, let's say this: when you do an APA paper, right, you must first start with the title, right, and then you start with your introduction, and then you do what's called the body, and then you conclude your paper, drawing up everything, the important points of what your paper is talking to, what you want your audience to really understand about what you're saying, right? So this is what he did. He started off, um, you know, um, telling you he's running for president. Then he was telling them the illegal and illegals that he was going to um, allow them to just come in his country and vote and get our benefits, have equal rights, justice for all, things of that nature, right? So I was elated, like wow. So then he gets maybe two paragraphs down, then he uh, speaks indirectly about reparations and ADOS, right? So he goes, we're going to ensure that those who has not been treated justly in this country, and that old things, they will finally uh, be given equality, things of that nature, right? So it was laughable. It was really laughable. So then he was like, meanwhile, one paragraph, and he goes back into the immigrants, telling the immigrants what he's going to do. Tell them if he becomes president, he's going to have allow them, legal and illegal, to come in this country. Going to have them to vote. He's going to have them to take our benefits and things of that nature, right? So he really just put a paragraph in there for ADOS, and everything else was framed around his audience, which were Latin. Okay? That's how he began his campaign. That's how he introduced himself into running for the president of the United States of America. Right? So, and I don't know, maybe you can go back and look at it. this weekend, his speech, but you would understand what I'm saying. 95% of his audience was Latin, maybe 4% white, and 1% black. Dead serious, right? So, I just chuckled. I chuckled. I thought he was so clever. Well, he thought he was clever, right? Um, he thought he was clever because he was saying things that he said in his mind. Oh well, I'm going to be a little more clever than Kamala and Corey and Bernie. I see that they use these words, and these words, um, these people caught on to them. So I'm going to say other things. I'm going to frame this another way and see if people are paying attention, right? Bottom line, Mr. Beto, you're a no-go for ADOS, all right? We are not dumb. We are not deaf. We are not blind. We are not slow. Nor are we stupid. We saw your weak chess move. And now the rooks are coming now to remove your knight, right? Yep. Knocking you straight off of your L shape. Then he had the nerve to come back again today, right? This is why I spoke on it, because I saw it this morning. He came back today with another speech. I forgot where he was at. Somewhere's up here in the Northeast, I'm thinking, right? But this time he went and got Al Sharpton, right? So Al Sharpton up there, Al Sharpton asked what he signed. Well, he signed the bill to study HR 40, right? Um, and he said, I absolutely would sign it. Yeah, I would absolutely sign that bill. I'm on the train for that. Al, tell him I'm on the train for it. You know them niggas will listen to you, right? That's what he did. So then, here's the catch, right? Um, when previously asked about reparations, right? He said, quote, I don't believe in traditional reparations, and I don't believe reparations should be the primary focus of the conversation, end quote, right? Um, so now, so now, when he spoke to the El Paso crowd this weekend, right? There were no mistakes and nothing that he said that he would have to go back and backpedal and tell them what time it is, right? It was what it was because what he did, he let them know straight up, vote for me, Latins. I'm going to allow you to be in this country legally, illegally, taking these American benefits, and as long as you vote for Democrats, you're in the stronghold. You're safe, right? There's nothing for him to backpedal. He made his words clear to the Latin world, and he even said it in Latin. And he was switching the words up in Latin. I was like, um, wait a minute, my dog. What are you doing, Spice? Spice. She gets into things, part so I'll keep an eye on her. Anyway, um, he made sure that the legal and illegal immigrants got his message, plain and clear, right? There was no masking of his message. There was no beating around the bush with his message. There was no words of choice. He had to speak wisely because he knew his audience. He just threw ADOS in there to make it look as if, okay, if I'm going to say something about doing something for the Latins, let me tell these niggers I'm going to do something for them. Meanwhile, I'm not going to do anything for them. As a matter of fact, oh, wait a minute, this weekend I said all of this stuff, but they probably caught on. So guess what I'm going to do? I'm going to go get Al Sharpton, right? Let me tell you something. You can get Al Sharpton, you can get Jesse Jackson, you can get any other ADOS sellout and coon to vouch for you, but their words do not hold an ounce of weight with ADOS, right? As we already said, this is a different movement, right? This movement is playing chess. We ain't playing checkers. We ain't playing with these fake uh, gatekeepers and civil right bootlickers, who is no different than other Democrats who was eating high off of, uh, as they say, the hog all of these years while giving us nothing. Okay, so we don't give a shit about Al Sharpton. Okay, we don't care about Al Sharpton. We really don't. Um, you know, but what you can do, Beto, right? Maybe you can set up something with Tony and Yvette. Let them interview you, right? And you know the reason why? Because they are two strong voices. They are a king and a queen in ADOS, right? And what they're going to do in that interview, right, is show us the lies and the deception and what I'm speaking about right now. It's just talk. It's just talk. It's just another dumb Democrat thinking they're coming around here, with these sweet words of trick knowledge. But it's not going to work. So you can have several seats with that, Beto. It's a no go. Not with the real ADOS. I don't know. You might get Al Sharpton and Clyburn and Jesse Jackson and their family and stuff to vote for you, but we already see the game. You can't be trusted. You are a snake. You are swift and you are changeable. Therefore, we know you can't be trusted. And then let's put it this way. You want to say you will sign the bill, right? You're going to sign the bill for HR 40, right? You're going to sign the bill and let them study it, right? But on the other hand, you're already saying that you don't want traditional reparations, right? You don't want traditional reparations. And this is a conversation that we really shouldn't be having, right? I'm telling you, the chances of a Democrat being president 2020 is slim to none. Okay? We're not playing with you. We're not playing with you. And trust me, I'm not a fan of Trump, but we just waiting. We just waiting. Because he love executive orders, especially if he think he going to get something out of the deal. Right? Right. What you doing? Spice. Come here, mamas. What do you want? Whatever. She rolled her eyes. Dog is a mess. Anyway. So now you're a no-go with us, sir. So we can get that out of the way. So what you people truly need to do is go and regroup and try again, because we're checkmating the hell out of you. We're going to, every time you come up to us, You know, you ever watch the movie Shogun Assassin? And the sister with the fan and the knives, she said, "Bring me your best," right? And every time one jumped in her face, right, she cut their asses to pieces, chopped them up, tore them up, right? Um, Let that be a word to the wise mentally for you, okay? Each and every time you Democrats come with this stupid shit, thinking that, these trick knowledge words is going to let ADOS make ADOS jump up and say, hey, he said reparations. Oh, he really didn't say the word reparations, but he said in certain ways that he's down with us. No, 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 no. He said it one specific way for the Latins, right? He laid everything on the table for them. The king ADOS, he put up that, sentence, and then he went all around the circle in his paragraph. You tried it. Sorry, not sorry. You won't get our vote. No, we're done with this immigrant stuff. We're done with this immigrant. We have to clean in house first. Till we see somebody putting out that message to the true Native Americans in the wilderness of North America, saying, okay, it's time to do a reset. We have to take care of home first before we can bring all of these people in here over top of you, taking your benefits, taking your jobs, taking your resources, taking your education, um, you name it. You name it, right? Would you put someone, a stranger, over top of your babies? As a woman, would you put another man over top of your king? As a man, would you put another uh, woman over top of your queen? Would you allow your neighbor's babies to come to your house and eat all your food and your baby sit there and starve? My point. Okay? So we're stopping you in your tracks with that trick knowledge, right? Um, we had enough of this fake stuff, right? Um, these fake people. We had enough of them, okay? So this is why I put this out, ADOS, because I want you to keep your eye on Beto, okay? Keep your eye. What he's selling, we ain't buying, okay? Not doing that. Um, Check this out. And I ain't even really have to write about this. I ain't have to write too much about this. Guess what? Right? Um, I think it was in February or March. They had a secret meeting in Florida, right? Well, last year they did this bill to ban um, immigrants from making Florida a sanctuary state and all the cities, right? But it was shut down in the Senate, right? So we know so the last month they had a secret meeting, right? Now everything is switched up, right? So they had a secret meeting and a secret vote, right? So today they came out and said that Florida, the state of Florida, right, has now made it law to ban sanctuary cities. Way to go, Florida. Way to go. It's a start. That was good news. Good news, right? So remember, I told you guys, right? At the end of this month, thousands of at least black immigrants was getting out of this country. Well, the purge has begun, right? And now, starting in Florida, and it's going to work its way around the country, they are most definitely banning Latins. Got it? No longer will you be able to live illegally as an immigrant in the state of Florida. Not even Donald Trump's mates. Okay? They ain't even playing with Trump. No, they want you out, which so, which to me is a good thing. It's excellent. It's a start. People are waking up, right?